Hey there, Jason Kress for UNB Sports Information. Today I'm at the Richard J. Curry Center and I'm with the men's varsity volleyball coach, Dan McMorran. Dan, thanks for meeting me today.
Thanks for having me, Jason.
My pleasure. Now, during your preseason, you had Manitoba, who was last year's bronze medalists, come here for 2 matches. Unfortunately, the first match you guys lost 3-2 in a heartbreaker in the 5th set. But the next day you guys came back and won 3-0. Now, it's possible to say because of your performance against such a high-caliber team, that's the reason you guys opened up as the number 8 team in the country. What does that say about your program?
Well, I think it speaks volumes to our program and where our program's progressed over the last number of years. Part of that progression has been bringing in top-quality Canada West teams each year, and I think this year would be the 5th year that we brought a top CIS Canada West contender. We did have a close loss, 3-2 in the first match in front of a boisterous 1,100 here at the Curry Center, which was an excellent, exciting atmosphere here. Unfortunately, we did lose that, but our Sunday match, we responded really well. We took that team 3-0 and had a couple of lineup changes to get some guys some minutes, and those changes seemed to work, and we had a good result there. So, yeah, coaches have to look at preseason to make those first couple of votes for your top 10, and no question that was one of the rationales or reasons that we were the 8th ranked team for the first week of voting.
Now, looking at the regular season, you just opened your regular season, October 26th and 27th. It was the interlock in Montreal. How did the team do?
Not as good as we wanted to. We went 1-3. We had a 1-3 record. Sorry, a 1-2 record against some top Quebec competition. We played Sherbrooke, Laval, and Montreal. Sherbrooke, we started off with a first set loss. We lost the first set, and then we're able to respond, made a couple of lineup changes again. We're able to respond and take that match 3-1. We kind of charged back there, and I think UNB dominated after that. And big test was going to be on Saturday. We played Laval and Montreal on the same day. Laval is the number 4 team in the country. We came out there, we wanted to have a good result. I think nerves took over a little bit for our guys before we settled in to play some UNB volleyball. And we did start to play that in the 3rd set and lost 25-23 in the 3rd set, but unfortunately that was too little too late, and we were 1-1 at that point, going up against Montreal, who's a much improved team from last season. We've had terrific success against the Montreal Carabins over the last number of years. And once again, I still think that we had a number of guys who struggled to find their games. I think nerves played a factor, and not just with some of our younger guys. I think most of our senior guys, or some of our senior guys, were a little nervous with this new team and trying to find our places and spots on the floor. So. We went 1-2, and we definitely want to improve upon that and are eager to get back into some action here.
Now, shifting to your players, during the off-season, you did a lot of recruiting and you brought in 7 recruits. Of those 7 recruits, which one have had the biggest impact right now?
Sam Alves, he's a first-year middle blocker from Melbourne, Australia. Sam has played in every match that we've had so far, and has been probably our most consistent player all around right now. I'd also talk about Ivan Anderson. He's a right side here from Norway. Ivan has played in the right side position every match for us so far. Ivan's also been very consistent. Offensively, he's putting up some big numbers on the board right now. We also have a first-year setter who's been getting a lot of time right now, and that's Matt Loge. He's a local kid here, local Fredericton kid. Matt's been battling for starting minutes with another setter, Stefan Fontaine, who's returned after a year's absence because of an injury. But Matt right now, Matt probably logged more minutes at the interlock than Stefan.
Now, you're a very skilled, talented, and deep team for all positions, and one position in particular is the Libero. Now, for this specialist position, who's going to be the Libero for your team this year?
Well, I think that's still to be determined. In the preseason, for most of the preseason and some of our matches last weekend, we had Andrew Costa as our starting Libero, a fifth year Libero, I guess I'd say this year. And the reason I say that is because this is a new title for him. This is a new position for him. So I think he's adjusted fairly well right now coming into the Libero spot. Challenging him for Libero spot would be a fourth-year Libero who comes from Memorial University of Newfoundland and who was actually the AOS Libero of the Year last year, and Brad Jolliffe. Brad hasn't started a match for us yet, but he is right there kind of neck and neck with Andrew, and I know that those two guys are both going to be pushing each other all season long.
Now, looking at your captains, who are your captains and what does each person bring to your team?
Got, on paper, we have two captains this year. We've got Matt Sweet and Andrew Costa. Again, they're both fifth-year players, and they both actually happen to hail from Prince Edward Island. And both have a different skill set to offer in the leadership role as well. Andrew's a very vocal player, both when he's on the floor and when he's off the floor on the bench. And I think that's a real asset for a team. And Matt Sweet is a fantastic leader as well. Matt is one of the guys who does a lot of his conversation and talk in the locker room, and he's also a guy who guys can look to for his leadership by how he does things, how he carries himself, and I think that's a real good thing to have for our captains as well.
All right, Coach, last question. You have Memorial coming in November 3rd and 4th for 2 games. How do you guys match up against them?
I think we're going to match up well against Memorial. Over the last few seasons, we've had great success against that team. That team's a team that's also taken some steps over the last number of years. They continue to get better. We're definitely not going to take that team for granted. They have some talented players on their team, and I know that they're going to be coming in here looking to try and secure their first wins against our program in several years, and we're hopefully going to be ready for them and have a good result.
Nice, excellent. Coach, thank you for meeting me today. I appreciate it. Good luck against Memorial, and of course, good luck for the rest of the regular season.
Okay, thanks, Jason. Much appreciated.
For more information on our men's volleyball team or other varsity sports found here at UNB, go to vreds.ca. For UNB Sports Information, this is Coach Dan McMorran, and I'm Jason Kress. Thanks for watching. See you at the game.